From Greenpeace International. Greenpeace is working on climate change as a priority for our organisation around the world. We're working on coal to try and stop the biggest source of CO2 and the most dirty source of CO2. We're taking action on, we've created a global energy scenario. We've worked with some experts and we've worked out that energy, that we can actually move to renewable energy by 2050 and the world won't stop. We can actually do it.
2050 or 2015?
2050.
Oh, that's too slow.
No, I mean, it's basically it would involve a 30% cut by 2020 by industrialized countries, and a global, what we need is a global, what we need is 50% cut in CO2 emissions globally by 2050. We can do that. We have done the work. So Greenpeace has done the work. We have done a global energy scenario which shows that we can make the deep cuts in emissions 30% by 2020, 50%, 80% by 2050 for industrialized countries, and a global reduction in emissions by 2050. This is what we need to keep emissions This is what we need to keep global temperature rise below 2 degrees, which is safe levels, well, reasonably safe. This is what we need for the climate, and we can show it's possible.
Okay. Are you at all worried about heading into this?
IPCC. Sorry, that's just gone on now. If we follow the IPCC and what the IPCC is recommending, global cuts in emissions by 50% by 2050 will, we hope, keep the temperature rise within safe levels. That's what we have to do. We have to actually have emissions peaking, global emissions peaking at 2015. That's only 7 years. They have to start falling after that. This is what the IPCC says is possible. This is what we know through our work in our energy scenario is possible. What we need now is the political will to do it from these negotiators.
What do you think is the reason behind the political will being not forthcoming? Everybody's talking about that.
The corporate hold on governments. Essentially, we have huge special interest industries of the oil, coal and gas industries are putting enormous pressure on the governments. They say it can't be done. They want to see a continuation of their industries. We know that we can get that it is possible for industrialized countries to cut their emissions by 30% by 2050 and by at least 80% by 2050. We know it's possible. But basically the political will, the governments have to start listening to the people. There is globally, millions of people are calling for action on climate change, and it's time that the governments listen to them.
In other words, at the moment we've got representative government they only represent big business, they don't represent the people anymore.
I'm saying that many countries, the EU has a very good position. We want the EU here to take leadership. The European Union is hearing that from its people, and we need the European Union to take leadership. Across the developing world, there is also people calling for action. There's a number of very strong countries in this meeting, and we hope that they're going to get the other countries to make the shift that is needed, that the science demands.